Ladies and gentlemen, homies, this is episode 30 of the XX Files.
Yes,
and my name is Handsome Samson, Dos Equis, Leonardo DiCaprio Pro, Quentin Tarantino Pro. It's a lot of names, but y'all call me Pro.
It's your boy R.U.D.Y. It stands for Realize Your Destiny's Yours because it is, but you can call me Rudy.
And like I said, once again, episode 30 of the XX Files.
Yes,
and Rudy,
sir.
like we always do, give yourselves a round of applause, homies. Yeah. So today's guest, let's do this intro just right. We have a Memphis-born singer, rapper, and guitarist whose sounds blend soul, grit, and raw honesty. We have a preacher's kid with a rebel's edge. He moves between vulnerability and intensity like a second nature.
Thanks.
Whether he's picking up a guitar or stepping into a verse, his music feels lived in, not performed. With projects like In Sheep's Clothing, he's carving out a lane that's equal parts introspection and quiet power. Welcome to the XX Files, Ricky Davaine.
The GOAT.
I ain't gonna lie, I love
My
that.
little brother, nigga.
That was beautiful.
My God.
I always gonna make sure the homies just represent well. So it's happy to have you here, brother. You know what I'm saying? Fam bam.
Man,
I hope you, how you doing?
I'm great, bro. I've been having some great energy lately, bro.
For sure. He just came back from Puerto Rico.
That's you showed it.
Yeah.
No wonder why you're glowing and all that type of shit. Nigga. Okay, all right.
My Hispanic brother, after going from Costa Rica, bro, I feel like me and Rick cousins, bro. My
Man.
Dominican cousin.
I definitely had to go out there and hit the pose. I was like, man.
For sure.
Beach pose, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know what you meant by that. All right.
It's a pop-out pose.
Okay.
It's a pop-out pose.
It's a travel thing.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna jump straight into it because we've had some pretty interesting things that have happened this week. And one thing I always love about the XX Files, the brethren never know what I'm finna talk about until I say so.
Right.
But this next topic is pretty gonna slash. It's gonna be like dropping hot chicken and fire and grease right here.
Okay.
So homies,
Yeah.
let's talk about Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo
Oh
getting
my
called
God.
the N-word on
Hey,
stage.
nigga. Dog.
So hold on, let's synopsis. During a live stage moment at the 2026 BAFTA Film Awards, Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were reportedly called the N-word in a public professional environment. The outburst came from John Davison, a Tourette syndrome campaigner and a real-life person whose story was inspired by the film I Swear. My brethren, did y'all see the clip first and foremost?
You mean, did I see that fucking Dave Chappelle skit?
Oh my Bro.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
bro. So first things first, 'cause before we dive into this topic, what was y'all first thoughts when y'all just heard nigga in the background of what was going on?
I'm gonna be real. I thought they was gonna laugh, and then nobody laughed. I'm like, oh, this finna be so much worse than it was. It is crazy, and I still haven't seen the face of the person who said it.
No, I seen it. And
I seen it.
That nigga looked like a nigga who say nigga on
Okay,
regular.
yeah.
I was like, I didn't know Tourette's made you racist.
Yeah. Well, yes, it do.
I mean, I guess it can't.
It
what?
do. I didn't see.
You said I do.
Yeah, I do. I didn't
Oh,
see
yeah, I
plenty
do.
of Tourette's.
Yeah.
I do, man. Honestly, listen. I have a vast understanding of racism, and any of my homies who grew up with me actually understand. My 8th grade teacher had Tourette's, and
That's
boy,
hilarious.
in Memphis City schools, and listen, it was my bruh. And when I said bruh, them niggas
I know
was
they
rough
was on her ass.
They was on her ass
my
all the time, and it
God.
was a rough ass school, bruh. She had a twitch, so motherfuckers, anytime she would come, like, didn't I tell you to do your work? Damn girl, what you get your looking ass on? Niggas, Memphis niggas was ruthless. That's when I
Damn.
understood in 8th grade, like, bro, rain, sleet, or snow, these niggas do not care. She only lasted like 6 months, bro.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So Miss Schmidt, wherever you at, you know what I'm saying?
And her name was Miss Schmidt.
Miss Schmidt, wherever you
Oh
at.
my
Miss
God.
Schmidt, wherever you at.
That's
Name alone was gonna
Know
get
what
you
I'm
out of
saying?
there.
That's another Dave Chappelle skit. I look at the
Man.
world like skits, like
But-
Dave Chappelle skits. Like
But to answer your question, man, I remember watching what was that MTV show used to come on? True Life. I remember True Life. Like I have Tourette's. They had one little racist white girl. Oh, nigga, bitch, da da da.
was she actually racist though? Was the
No,
Was
it
that
was the
just
Tourette's.
the syndrome?
The syndrome.
Oh, the syndrome. Okay.
But a timeout. I said, but I'm not saying I'm not here advocating for the homies under Tourette's in this case. I'm like, I just find it funny how you it chose this time for that shit to have this outburst. And how is this motherfucker
Yeah.
so close that this shit can pick up on a microphone,
that shit
bro?
was clear as day.
Yeah. And it's just some moments that I just can't. Let's blame the disability and let this slide.
Man,
because in Black History Month. One of the
Yo.
biggest, blackest, most amazing films that have happened this year was ruined by some guy and the half-ass excuse or apology that just wanted us to accept. Bro, it just seemed like bullshit that always happens within our culture that we should just take on the chin, no diddy. And I just can't accept it, man. I can't.
Yeah.
I feel like first of all, no matter how you slice this cake up, it's funny. what I'm saying?
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up, but it's funny as a motherfucker, bro.
God.
When I synced it, I literally, nigga, I gasped. I said, "Oh, what? No way! Did I hear what I thought? I misheard what I heard first, and I had to run that shit back."
Yeah.
No, if you watch the video, you can see when it hit them because they like.
Yeah.
Them niggas had to put their actor face on like, nigga, did you just hear that?
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan be doing the John Cena, the Rock eyebrow a lot. Whenever
Yes,
he, you know what I'm saying? He hit that motherfucker. He a nigga said,
Hell, bro.
I was looking for a smirk or something. I was like, damn,
nigga didn't
nobody
giggle,
smirked. Nothing. I'm like,
maybe
ooh,
in
this
the
finna
moment
be
it wasn't
bad.
funny.
Bro, y'all acting
Yeah, in
like
the moment
y'all
it
acting
probably
like them
was
niggas
terrible.
was presenting for Bad Boys too. After Sinners, after all that racial shit, bro. Now them
Yeah.
niggas was ready. Them
Yeah.
niggas was ready. You know what I'm saying, and the energy was supposed to be a lot more understanding.
What the other outbursts he had tonight?
That's all I'm saying.
That's what
all
I
I'm
wanna know.
saying.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, and apparently they had the mics. I think I read somewhere that they had the mic set up to where you're not supposed to pick it up during live television, whatever. So why did that one slip through at that time?
That's all I know. This
You know what I
nigga
mean?
had the boxer mic the Bruce Buffer had. Let's get ready to run. The shit was in the crowd. Like, why that shit picked up
It was
everywhere.
really hard too. I know
Yeah, it was
sometimes when
hard,
people had their
yeah.
ticks, it ain't always that hard. Like out in the open, you could do it, and maybe the people at your table will hear you.
Why he apologize? Honestly, I'm seeing all these people apologize for him. I say, I know he got Tourette's, but hold on, that nigga can form sentences.
He didn't apologize?
I didn't see him apologize. I saw somebody apologize for him. Like,
his
we're
behalf.
apologizing for the Academy. What you mean? He got Tourette's. He ain't slow.
Yeah, I don't understand. Wasn't he just in a movie? What the fuck?
And
What the hell?
if y'all know it's that serious, I'm gonna be real. Y'all need to take extreme measures. Put
Yeah,
a little muzzle
I would
on
agree.
them or
Yeah,
something.
that's,
Like, come on,
that's
man.
all I'm saying. And that's all. When did I got a question?
Something.
Did the black people present first? Because if they presented first and then he had the outburst, but if he had the whole night was going on and then magically when the black folks came along,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, he had this outburst. I'm sorry, bro.
And
I just
apparently
can't
he
let
was
it
doing
rock.
it all.
Man.
They say he was doing it all night. I don't know.
We
Pause.
have no proof
Man, I
of
don't know. We have no proof.
Exactly.
There's no proof of
No, nobody else got an apology either. That's all I'm saying, man. But needless to say, bro, in Black History Month, niggas always gonna get their shit off.
Yeah, bro.
In some type of way, it's just always gonna be skewed.
Yo, remember the
man.
dude on the airplane that had that Burger
Burger
King
King.
hat on,
Nigga.
bro? The airplane.
Yes, bro.
Yes, that's also how in my mind. As soon as I heard that shit, I was like, oh
Burger
wow.
King hats never was the same again, bro.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
never.
I see a white dude with long hair and a Burger King hat. It's just boom. But next convo, we just gonna segue. I'm still kind of just tripping off like the viral post we made, so it just kind of got me understanding how much people do love anime in a real,
yeah.
all over
Yes,
the
sir.
world type sensation. So, three guys who appreciate anime. I wanted to ask this question, so y'all, and I know this is gonna be a fruitful conversation. Who had the best character development in anime history? So my G's. I know, right? So
Is
with
this
that
is this a list? Are you giving us a list or just like what do we?
Yeah,
feel
we just
about
going
our-
off the dome.
going off the dome, and I say let's be honest and let's be a little bit more surface with y'all anime selections. So with that being said, I know y'all can go deep.
I got a Rolodex.
Let's be a little surface now. So first things first, I said Vegeta. I said Vegeta has the best character development from where he began, from the beginning of the Saiyan saga, to where he is now. To being a ruthless mass murderer who destroys nations, doesn't care about anything, and just has this over sense of pride, all the way to this family man who cares about everybody, who's willing to fight for more than himself. I feel Vegeta's beginning to end arc is one of the most powerful in anime history, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So and on the surface level, out of all anime characters, Vegeta had that steez, and you still appreciate both sides of Vegeta when he was real psychotic, all the way to where he's a family man that'll still be the nigga ass man.
Yeah.
So I say Vegeta. What's y'all thoughts, man?
We going super surface level? We going super surface level?
Man, to your judgment, bro.
Okay, question real quick.
Okay.
Do we consider Avatar anime? The Last Airbender. Do we consider that anime?
Man,
That's one of those skewed things. Because if I'm gonna be 1,000. Because
tricky.
if I say that's an anime, then I would have to say, well, you have to throw Boondocks in there as well.
yeah, that's another.
I'm really
conversation.
not mad at that,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it meet all the rest of the criteria.
Well, what's the criteria?
For your Avatar. Yeah, what's the criteria?
Respectfully, Asians.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to ask the Asians in there at some point. There's a lot of Asians.
This is why the anime community not gonna grow right here, bro.
That nigga's going first.
We being super
He said, first of all.
I said
That
Asian
nigga said, first of
nigga.
all.
we going surface level. We going surface
Wow.
level. Some type of Sengoku period in time. I give you that, or just some type of power structure. I give you that power scale.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good. Well, no, because you got slice of life anime that ain't got shit to do with fucking
Yeah.
power. And
See,
shit
they go
like
see
that.
they here. They go. Here they go, y'all.
deep cut,
They
though.
going deep cut,
That's
man.
that
Okay,
cut, though.
all right, you're right. I guess so.
Okay.
You're right. I give you that.
It may be a cop out, but I was gonna say Zuko. Because I feel like we see him literally chasing
That's
down
kind of
his
very
op.
similar to the Vegeta
Thing,
actually.
You chasing down your op for the whole time. You trying to fight for your dad's love and honor, and then you realize I don't really need that. And actually, I am going to help the op stop you. I'm going to go resolve some stuff with my sister and my uncles and everything, bro, and find out who I am. Like, he has a real arc of, like, getting back to, I can't even say getting back to, becoming a new person, developing new ideals and everything.
I respect. Rudy, what you got?
Oh man. Okay, I got two. I'm trying to. Okay, so I'm gonna say Eren Yeager, Attack on Titans.
Okay.
Right. So that's surface level. That's my first. That's my surface level one.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because his transition from a kid, being an innocent kid who just wanted to go and see the world because he thought it was full of life and full of beauty, which it is, but he didn't realize that he was being subjugated because of the race that he was. And, you know, as niggas, that's something that we can relate to.
For sure.
And eventually, over time, he became a mass murderer. It's the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Of the story I was just saying. He became a fucking terrorist, basically. You know what I'm saying? He literally decided to destroy the whole... Spoiler alert. He decided to, you know what I'm saying, to destroy the whole world and protect his people versus his people potentially being wiped out and the rest of the world being at peace. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's very radical. My second one would be, it's kind of two. It would be like, so in Hunter x Hunter, right, you have Gong and you have the Supreme Ant King. And the Supreme Ant King, when he first comes into the world, is very evil. He literally eats a kid's brain. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he goddamn is wakened. You know what I'm saying?
Yikes.
And he wants to take over the world, right? And you have Gong, who's this innocent kid who loves the people around him, and will go through anything that he has to defend and protect his family and friends. Over the course of the Ant arc, they slowly reverse roles, right? And the Supreme King eventually falls in love with this blind girl who plays Sudoku, and through playing Sudoku, he learns the intricacies of life. He learns the different pathways that people can take to not be ruthless, and he just saw humans as meat. But through talking to her, he eventually found that humans are actually, you know, loving and caring or whatever.
Did this nigga just say the fucking Yu Yu Hakusho like chapter of Black Yusuke's dad, bro? I said, bro, Hunter, bro, them nigga really regurgitated
First of all,
that shit,
Yu Yu
bro.
Hakusho was the blueprint for everything.
Yeah.
Let's just be
when
honest.
we said Hunter, I'm like, bro, that whole story sounds like Yusuke's pop Rising.
Rising.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, salute.
But hold on, Gong, who's a sweet loving kid, his partner was killed by the Supreme King.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was going through anything to get that get back.
Yeah.
So he turned from an innocent kid to a ruthless fucking killer.
And he got it.
And he got the get back. You know what
And
I'm
he
saying?
got it.
So like I'm sorry.
No,
But
you
yeah,
good.
that's
No need to apologize. That's some real shit. Y'all leave y'all comments. I definitely want to know what y'all think. I'm saying all the anime
yeah,
lovers.
like, I really do this anime shit. I ain't gonna lie.
for sure.
I was trying to stay away from the deep cut. I'm like,
Yeah,
That's why I say
to.
keep it surface level, but I already know the homies with the deep cuts. Please leave the comments below. So next topic, I saw this online, man. That's just what y'all thoughts, man. So I saw this story about a woman who created the children book to help her kids grieve the loss of their father, and she's now standing trial for the murder of her husband.
Damn.
So let's read that back. A woman who was praised for writing a children's book to help her kids process their father's death is later arrested and charged in connection with that same death. Public perception flipped overnight from sympathy to suspicion. My G's, how bold do you have to be to sit down, like, coddle your kids, write down a Teletubby-like story to let them know about your father was a great man? And you really sliding that man out.
You definitely a sociopath.
Oh, nah, 100%. So you know how like serial killers or people who do sick shit, like they like to have some type of trophy with them. Like they'll take the shoelaces out the thing and put it in their shoes and walk around with the victim's shoelaces, and they just get off the fact that you don't know this is from somebody I killed. I think that subconsciously we can't help but reveal the things we do on some karmic law shit. And I think that's what she was doing. She either did that intentionally on some like you said, on some psychotic shit, or subconsciously she was
your kids
admitting,
though? That's wild.
I mean, shit, she killed her husband. People kill and eat their kids in some cases.
I was about to say, Donna was feeding people to other people.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah. That's not too far-fetched. You know, that's really light in comparison to what...
Now, really where I thought you was going to take that with, not to cut you off,
no, you good.
is that I thought you was going to say her trophy was the book. Like,
yes, that's what I mean. Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. That's how I feel.
That's crazy. I want to read this book, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I said they just kept on
sure.
They would be ambiguous as a motherfucker.
It gotta be some type
of
of
children's book. Because if they would have said it, as fucked up as America is, y'all know that shit would have probably went #1.
I ain't gonna lie, that sound like a fire movie.
That
sound like a
crazy,
fire like
bro.
Netflix.
What if it was a book a nigga had read already? Like, oh my God, bro, that was my shit.
the caterpillar.
the caterpillar story, that was my shit.
No wonder the bird flew off with the caterpillar in the end.
I said, damn. That's a metaphor for sliming out her husband, bro.
That's insane. Were they white?
That was going to be my first question.
I mean, I'm gonna be for real with you. Like, I don't know the last time a sister just got funny. Like that. I said, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you.
I just don't sound like black people crime. White people do this. Black people do that. Hopefully,
Word to spell.
you know what I'm saying? But I didn't been let down, so I'm just gonna let my.
I have
I'm
definitely.
I'm
just
gonna let imagination run wild on this one, man. So, Rick, we gonna get to the questions about you, the interview questions, my G. So, family. You know, you identify as a lot, Brody, but especially you identify as the wolf.
Pause.
That's how you identify as a lot. Pause.
It's 2026.
That was funny, man.
I said, you're right. I said, you identify. Yeah, but when I'm writing this shit, bro, I be in a whole other zone.
I feel you.
So, with that being said, no Diddy, you identify with the wolf. Why is the wolf so important to you? Why is that symbolism for you?
Man, multiple reasons. On a base level, I really just like wolf shit. Like, I think I was Team Jacob, all types of shit. Like, I just like wolves.
I'm glad he said that.
great.
I'm glad he said that.
I really fuck with wolves. Two, just the majestic nature of them and mystery behind them. Symbolizing, ferocity, but grace, class, elegance, precision. And there's a story, Native American beliefs where they say you feed two wolves inside you.
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite sayings.
Yeah, and whichever one you feed is the one that really gains more control in your life, or really just affects, your outward world. So, you know what I'm saying, man? Sometimes you have to take the time to feed the good wolf. And it's like, man, feeding the good wolf ain't always what it looks like to some people. It's not always being passive or being submissive. That's the point of you still being a wolf at the end of the day. You just gonna have to stand on certain principles and morals in certain situations, like most people won't. Right. But yeah, man, that's really more so what I identify with it with. And my mom used to tell me when I don't get no chop, I look wolfed out. So
okay, shout out. He said it was detailed. He was ready for that response. That's facts. Man.
How long have you been like associating yourself with the wolf thing?
Man, 2018, 2019. What is this? What is that? 8 years now? 8-9 years?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I respect it, man. I have a homie who has a real great appreciating of wolves and just the pack mentality and how they run. No, wolves be super interesting, man. Shout out to Discovery Channel, bro.
My name is German for famous wolf. Yeah, that's what Rudolph means.
A lot,
man. Learn something new every day.
All right.
Speaking about the wolf, your last project was entitled In Sheep's Clothing. Is there a time to where you felt you weren't in your skin when creating?
Definitely.
Wow, that's a good question.
That's a great question. And funny enough, it wasn't while I was creating that project. Like, I feel like oftentimes, I'm not gonna go too crazy with it, but before then, like 2 projects maybe before that, I felt like I dropped Rebel Yell, and that was literally me being just like, I know what y'all want to hear from me. I'm gonna get y'all that. I could do that. It ain't what I want to do, but I'll give y'all that. I'll give y'all some repetitive songs y'all can play in the club.
For sure.
And you know what people did? Oh my God, we love this album. This is the best.
This is what we've been waiting for.
This is what we wanted the whole time. So I was like, look at me being spiteful,
Right.
and giving them exactly what they want. You know what I'm saying? And now I was like, okay, it's not necessarily this isn't the music that I don't want to make. It's just this isn't the music I would have thought to make for myself now. And now I'm like 2 projects after that, because I just did like a continuation of that first one. I found myself just kind of like getting a little more repetitive and stuff like that. And I'm like, I know y'all like this, but I don't like it as much anymore. So, excuse me. I did feel like I was starting to portray, not necessarily an image, but a sound that wasn't who I was at that point in time anymore. So I started coming up with the idea for In Sheep's Clothing. And the whole point of that was, you know, people, there's 3 ways that you can be seen. There's the way that people see you, there's the way that you see yourself, and there's what's actually there.
Yep.
And just to discuss the nuance of the wolf in sheep's clothing, like, man, sometimes the wolf in sheep's clothing is not a bad person trying to trick you into thinking they're good. Sometimes it's a bad person who actually wants to be good, or a person who's done bad things who's trying to be a good person.
Wow.
So
I never heard it flip like that.
No,
that's great. That's interesting.
No, yeah. Thank you for just sharing.
Yeah, wow.
That gave me a different perspective.
Yeah, I've heard that saying my whole life, and I never once thought of it of like a wolf. And it's kind of, I don't know if it's similar, but it kind of put me in the same mind of like the warrior in the garden. You know what I'm saying? Like the juxtaposition of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be strong enough to protect the garden, but gentle enough to water it. You know what I'm saying? So like a person trying to become a bad person, trying to become a good person, could be a wolf.
Yeah.
In sheep clothing. Wow.
Yeah.
That's deep.
No, most definitely. And speaking about that and making this project, and outside of singing and rapping and songwriting, I always like to explain to people that you also play guitar.
Yes, sir.
So outside of all those other things, who is your biggest guitar inspiration and why?
I mean, of course I'm going to go Jimi Hendrix, black man playing guitar.
For sure.
But if I'm being 100% what got, like, the guitars that got me into it, aside from my cousin, because this is who my cousin put me on, Eric Gales. I don't know if you ever heard of him. Yes. I think he's from Memphis.
Yeah,
this nigga's cold as fuck, fool. Like, play the guitar on the opposite side.
One of the baddest ever.
Baddest ever. And what's crazy is his brother was colder than him in like the 80s.
Damn.
So that just gave me like a whole new perspective on, damn, black guitars are really like the shit. But other than that, I can go down the line, man. Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen, Steve Vai.
When'd you start playing?
Man, seriously, at 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I don't know if y'all know this, but we've known each other for pretty much
majority of
our lives, for sure.
So you met him when you probably started playing.
I knew him
way
before.
When I started rapping.
Yeah, I know when we started rapping, bro. You know what I'm saying? We used to have ciphers and shit.
In the car.
In the car and shit.
God.
I remember that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We was just kids, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
crazy.
Yeah.
Rudy know more history. I said, Rudy, you should have did these episodes, bro.
Yeah, I know. I
should have did these questions.
In the mix.
But I appreciate that perspective. I played a few instruments, but I just never stuck to an instrument for 20 plus years of my life. So I say I just respect that. And I respect the fact that it's just not a surface level response. Of course, I had an idea Jimi Hendrix would have probably been one of your inspiration, but I definitely have to check out Eric Gales and just seeing how passionate you are about Memphis guitarists that kind of like inspired you to kind of push this further. So that's super dope. So let's keep going, segue. So what's the biggest stereotype, brother? As long as you've been playing, you a PK. What's the biggest stereotype you had to overcome being a preacher's kid?
Fun. That's funny. That's a nuanced question too. They a preacher's kids, so they the worst.
Yes.
In general, that's just off top what they gonna say. And it's either you the worst or you supposed to know better. You ain't supposed to be around here. So trying to find like that middle ground, which for me, I'm not gonna say like I don't care about none of that, because obviously I do, but church doesn't define who I am as a person. Like my relationship with God does for sure, but church politics, the way people view me around there, man. Like, even to the point where my parents wouldn't even, like, overly drilled on us about that. Like, granted, they still had a expectation of us. But, man, my teachers would call them at school, and my pops would be like, look, you ain't say shit to them other kids who parents ain't a pastor.
Hey,
Don't call me again.
Hey, now.
Like, yeah, it get to a point. So, like, I think that's just the ultimate one. Like, man, y'all the worst kind. You're freaks. You're drug
I was gonna throw that
like,
too. Yeah, I'm also a PK. So
yeah,
you know, I know the stereotypes. Matter of fact, my mom are actually very close. His mother spoke at my mom's not wedding. What's the thing you do like 20 years later?
Wedding renewal,
whatever that shit. You should know, nigga. Mr. Married Man. What's it called?
And I'm fresh in this thing.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, being a PK kid, I just want to sprinkle a little else thing. It's also like, you know, people don't understand like the anxiety that comes with being a PK kid. You know what I'm saying? Because like, eyes are always on you. Always. You know what I'm saying? And to be that from a kid, to grow out of your innocence, you know what I'm saying? And want to goddamn smoke weed and go to parties and turn up, or, you know what I'm do, just be a fucking young adult, young person, a young human being. And wanting to, and your mother also trying to like be cool with it, but she like, don't post this, try not to post that. And, you know what I'm saying? Don't tag me in this, or you know what I mean? But it ain't out of a sense of, you know, because my mama definitely don't give a damn. I'm gonna be real. You know what I'm saying about what I do and how what's going on. You know what I mean? She's always accepted me for who I am. You know what I'm saying, as a person or whatever, and how I rap and all of the other shit that I got going on. But it's just out of respect for the people who follow her. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because if you tag people on Facebook, they hold what's the name, see it, and really she just don't want to deal with that bullshit.
It always become a thing. Yeah, I feel like that.
I made a point to not get on Facebook for years because of that.
Yes, bro.
That's y'all domain of influence. And I can go act a fool on Instagram and get all my about it.
How Facebook is now. Facebook stepping like
Facebook
BT
is
cut.
Facebook is, especially in Memphis. It's certain like small towns. Facebook is like the
Facebook in Memphis is Jerry
Facebook
Springer.
solve murders and any type of gossip quicker than any police officer. Nigga.
Bro, you never know what you gonna get if you check them. But so if you ever get bored, just type Facebook news or Blackwood News.
Blackwood News. Shout out to Blackwood News, man. Only on Blackwood News.
Only on Blackwood. That nigga be everywhere.
Everywhere, bro. Only on Blackwood News.
Only on Blackwood.
And the way he say that shit so fast, that should be funny as hell. Only Blackwood News.
Real news reporter, real slogan. Shout out to Memphis, man. So you spoke on something earlier. You jumped the gun, Rick, man. So I wanted to ask a serious question. If you had a smoke session with the best imaginary wolf, who would you pick and why? And it's between the big bad wolf from the Three Little Pigs, the wolf from Little Red Riding Hood, or Jacob from Twilight. So who the smoke session gonna be with, bro? And why?
Okay, you said Three Little Pigs, Red Riding Hood,
or Jacob from Twilight.
I might have to go Three Little Pigs.
What? Why you say that? It caught me off guard.
I know. Cause I'm gonna tell you why it's not the other niggas.
Okay.
Jacob was a simp.
Yes.
Like I like that. I like that you was a wolf. I like your transformation, the tattoo, all that shit was cool. But you was a simp. Like you were overly simp.
Nah, I only watched like the last ones because it was like with my current girlfriend at that time, and I just remember like the nigga like did something with her daughter, put some imprint on. I said, what type of bullshit is
so
this?
Weird. You gonna raise her daughter, nigga? That's crazy. That is crazy. That shit was crazy.
That was next level simp food.
That was wild to me, bruh.
I know I can't have you,
but I'll raise your daughter.
And he looked at her.
Let me get that.
This the movie you drugged me out to? Yeah. What the fuck going on?
Can't have that one. Which almost go into the next one because they were calling him at the time. They were like, he ain't no werewolf, he a pedo wolf. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. Same thing with Red Riding Hood. Man, why aren't you following this little girl around, bro?
Like, putting the grandmama outfit on.
You doing disguises. You done went full Dahmer. You got a whole fake face on.
He ate her grandmama.
Yeah, you could have just ate her.
Yeah,
he didn't have to. He didn't have to do
You
that.
the wolf twin.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good point. You didn't have to do that.
Yo, this man Ricky might have just did it because what was the dude from Three Little Pigs doing? He was just, I'll blow your house down.
He just a real nigga trying.
I'll puff and I'll blow your house
He blowing
down.
your bro. One hit, your gas gone, bro.
Man,
If you blowing the house down, bro.
I told you this was gonna happen. Like,
I'm really trying to. He really worked for the what's the folks OSHA. He really was an OSHA worker, bruh.
Yeah,
He's trying to make sure y'all got some good structure around
ain't
here.
safe.
Oh my goodness. So in this situation, Three Little Pigs, you know what I'm saying? Big Bad Wolf. That's who get it, bro. No dig.
Just a
bro.
nigga with a job, man. That's
Just a
fucked
nigga
up.
with a job.
That was a great question.
All right, controversy of the week, man. Oh, that's a good one. Ricky, man, do people really want to see you win or just not win before them?
People definitely don't want you to see you win before them. They want to see you win as long as you take them with you. Like, and I don't want it to make it just a Memphis thing, but niggas do have a real problem with that here. Like,
For sure.
man, yeah, we want to see you do well, bro, but man, really on your stride to go up, I know you ain't got to where you need to be at to even really help me for real.
For something.
But you gon' fuck with me anyway.
Right.
Like, bro, at least let me get to a position to where I can help you and it's not to my detriment.
But people don't understand that you still trying to float, and they say, save me. You pulling me
Man.
down, bro. I ain't even save myself yet.
I'm trying to get to the raft, bro.
Yep.
So we both can get to the boat.
Rudy, what you think, bro?
I think people want to see you win as long as you winning on the same level as them. You know what I mean? Like if they get a new car, right? Or if they have a car and you get a newer car, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas
Dang.
like,
Who didn't think
man, this
he
nigga
is,
think he
bro?
this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga think he the shit because he got a nice car. Like, we both got cars, nigga. What the fuck?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but I'm
but
just saying,
if I'd have
though.
pulled up in some shit that was equal to you,
Yep.
my nigga, you know what I'm saying? We riding together, die together,
Man.
bad boy for life, and all that bullshit.
It's we now.
Yeah, now
It
it's
is
we.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as soon as you get to doing a little bit better than a nigga, that motherfucking spite gets you see that seed grow in a nigga eye. You know what I mean? You see that shit. And then they start getting jealous of niggas and shit like that. And you know, you can die about that shit. I don't play with that shit.
That's
man.
true. I say this all the time. I just want to say I agree. I feel as though people don't want to see you win before them. But honestly, in these situations, I have these conversations with Rudy. I say, I wish anybody who ever had a dream, I compare it like this. If you jealous of the next man because the next man get girls, I hope one day you wake up and you can pull every
girl in the
girl
world.
you
I
ever
swear.
imagine,
Yep.
like you fulfill every fantasy, whatever you see. And then after it all gets out your system, I'm like, so what you have now?
Right.
What do you have now? Like,
Right.
what is really substantial in all that time?
Right.
And you realize it's like, bruh, it's really not shit. Like you really that materialistic or that lusty sensation or just not being happy with whatever you have in your life, it's never gonna be there unless you really like do the self work. But people don't ever find out until it's too late.
And to add to your point, even if you do start to get, and if you wake up and start getting all the girls, niggas don't start hating on you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna feel if like, bro, niggas hate me just because I get bitches, bro? You was hating on a nigga because he was getting bitches. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Grass is not
you
green on the
can't.
other
I got a
side.
saying, bro. You can't hate on a nigga that you will swap places with. Period. If I got something that you would want, you can't hate on me, nigga.
Right. Cause
You would take it if the roles was reversed. You feel me? Like straight up.
overly.
You trade plays with me in a heartbeat, fuck nigga.
There's crabs in a bucket and this desperation mentality, man. Conspiracy of the week, brethren. What if nostalgia is being pushed so we don't imagine better futures? So I guess what do y'all think, man? I do feel it's crazy in society, let me say that. But I'm always a glass half full type person, so I always try to see life as I don't ever try to worry about my past successes or what I'm doing right now. I always feel like tomorrow's gonna be a better day than right now. But I do feel as though people clutch on remember that moment, or do you remember the time? But
If I heard
this
niggas
was
say
fly.
2016,
Yeah,
one
2016.
motherfucking
Come on.
time.
I definitely feel like there's an industry for that now. Like, man, and especially with the rise of AI, man, it's gonna be a lot harder for us to imagine a new future on our own.
Yep.
Like 100% on our own. So it's like, man, let us keep repackaging everything. Even the music right now, like I'm saying this like I'm old as hell, but the kids, like the new thing is Man, just recreate the sound from 10 years ago.
Oh
exactly
my
from your
goodness, not even the
generation.
same.
I hate that
the sample
shit.
be chopped up slaw,
Yeah.
and it's just
It's some.
the beat.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
with
We
them just
living in
rapping.
with some of the worst chopped samples I've ever heard.
Yeah,
ever,
it
nigga.
get crazy. It get crazy. I will say they got some of them just where it's like, okay, young nigga, I see what you doing.
Bro, I'm gonna be for real. I'm gonna sound like corny when I say this, but I really don't give a fuck. I just be like, man, bro, y'all just be quick to throw them samples everywhere. You're not getting paid off of that shit, bro. You ain't gonna get no placement.
Not
And
hearing
when
it.
if this shit does blow, bro, they're gonna take like 60 to 80% of the credits on that joint.
They
So
gonna
it's just-
juice world your
Yeah,
ass.
bro. Like,
Exactly.
what are we doing
But
here, bro?
this where the young niggas at. They don't care about that. Like, man, we gonna go do these shows, bro. Sell this merch. Y'all can have them songs. We don't care nothing about it. We gonna make 5,
And I'm not
16
mad at
more
that
tomorrow.
either.
Actually,
I ain't mad at that either. I'm not
bro.
mad at that either.
As
be
long
honest.
as if that's y'all business plan, but sometimes that's just shit. I just
It's
feel
not
like you're
long-
leaving money on the table.
You
bro.
are. You
I feel
definitely
like
are.
you're leaving a lot of money on the table.
I mean, I feel like a song or two there where you like fuck the sample, you can have it, but
Yeah.
a lot of these niggas is living inside of that shit. Like they letting the nostalgia of the older records carry them
and
more
show,
so
like,
than
that's
the song
way
itself.
way too much hope to be betting on shows, bro. A lot of people ain't just getting shows like
Nah,
that.
that's
man.
true.
So I mean,
And
I guess.
Also, you know, I always say that we look at the past with joyful lenses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we often forget, like niggas be like, man, I wish I can go back to the 90s. I'm like, bro, no, you don't.
Do you remember?
Do you
what the-
remember?
When niggas had to go through,
I was there,
what,
nigga.
what
Dial-up
women and
internet?
men had to go through to get
Are
the
you
records.
crazy?
Like, are you serious, bro?
Come on, dog. You don't want to go back there, bro. You don't know,
Exactly.
and it's a lot of inconveniences that we've just forgot about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
You know what I'm saying?
Niggas are educated and they know understand how to maneuver around, bro. People are oblivious in the '90s. You act like you were about to jump back to the '90s with the brain that you do have now.
Exactly.
No, you'd have been getting played. You'd have been getting finessed. And you'd
Finessed
been
like a
going through the
motherfucker.
same industry shit that everybody else went through. That
And
time.
everything was hyper local back then,
Yes.
in a real way.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So
Facts.
if you don't know exactly what's going on in your immediate surrounding, you getting cooked for shit show.
Can you imagine trying to be the different nigga in Memphis in the 90s and everybody's rapping horrorcore?
Yeah.
You want to rap about hopes and dreams and
Yeah, bro.
somebody just got put in the
Everyone's gonna be
trunk?
no Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick Winchester.
Yeah.
Kendrick Winchester is
It was
hilarious.
not gonna be that shit in Memphis in the '90s, bro.
Kendrick Winchester.
That's all I'm saying, bro. That shit was not gonna happen, bro. Oh man. All right. My favorite part of the episode, Rudy, you already know what time it is. Ricky, it is time
Bruh,
for the
how do-
interrogation
Niggas
questions.
scream
man.
that at you a lot. I mean, scream with you.
Oh, hell yeah.
I know you gotta get that all the
I'm
time, bro.
desensitized to the level.
So, all right, Ricky, you got 60 seconds to answer these questions the best you can. And if you don't answer these questions in 60 seconds, you have to take the T-top shot of clock.
Okay.
So, I will say be prepared. Hey, Rudy, I switched up the format for these questions. I realized what worked for us last time.
Okay.
So, I switched up the questions. So, whenever you're ready, Ricky.
I'm locking in.
All right,
Okay.
you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Ricky, what's one thing you'll never apologize for again?
Saying how I really feel.
2, what's your most dangerous habit?
Smoking vapes.
Oh wow.
wow.
What a modern thing to say.
Yeah.
Who hates harder, strangers or people who know you personally?
People who know you, of course.
Oh, he killing this. All right. So, Ricky, if you had one Memphis-based theme song that played whenever you walked, what song are you picking?
Oh, good. It's got to be a Project Pack record. Damn.
Hurry up, nigga, you run out of
time. Fucking Gorilla Pimp.
Okay, all right, that's a classic.
And
Okay.
last question. If BB King trains you in an anime world, who you running with the fade with?
Hold on, what?
If BB King trained you in anime world, who you running the fade with?
John Mayer.
Why?
Because John Mayer thought he was better than BB King in a one interview one time.
Hey,
That's crazy.
I remember that shit. John Mayer did do that shit, bro.
Yeah,
Hey.
Wow.
Dang, that was
good.
Hey, that answer.
And I love John Mayer, bro.
Yeah, I
love
love
John
John
Mayer,
Mayer.
too.
I do
Crazy.
love John Mayer.
I didn't
bro.
know he was in that.
Was that Playboy magazine joint where he got in a lot of trouble? He said like some white
Yeah, he
white
got drunk.
supremacist
Yeah.
shit.
No, not drunk,
Always
don't
be
even
on
drink,
that.
but yeah.
But I remember seeing one of them playing together for real. When he was like sitting beside him playing, BB was like, "Man, nobody care about all that young nigga playing you doing." He like, "Look at this."
No, that's gangster. Dog. With that being said, man, I'm gonna jump straight to the final thought, y'all. A final thought, man. Pay attention to how people react when you stop explaining yourself. Not when you're loud, not when you're struggling, but when you move quietly and stand on your decisions. That's when curiosity turns into judgment, support turns into silence, and admiration turns into comparison. Some people don't want access to you. They want context so they can stay comfortable around you. And the moment you stop providing that, they call it distance, ego, or change. But sometimes it's not any of that at all. Sometimes it's just boundaries doing their job. With that being said, my name is Handsome Samson. Dos Equis, Leonardo DiCaprio Pro, Quentin Tarantino Pro, but y'all call me Pro.
It's your boy R.U.D.Y. Stands for realize your destiny is yours because it is, but you can call me Rudy.
And it's Lobo Wolf Ricky.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And thank y'all for joining us for episode 30 of the XX Files, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.